let's get Ebro on Hot 97.
Okay.
Ebro.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, my
man?
G?
Nothing. Checking out these kids on ESPN spelling the spelling bees down to 2 cats right now. Y'all watch. Y'all watch.
Hey, fuck basketball. Let's go.
Man. Yo, listen. Y'all better get at this script spelling bee. These 2 Indian kids is going toe to toe.
So you watching that instead of the playoffs, bro?
Yo, listen. Mind your business.
Are you serious?
Yo, hashtag spelling bee if you watching this right here because they doing it.
Oh, man. Ebro, what do you think about the playoffs right now, though?
One kid's name is Sriram, and the other kid's name is Ansanam.
And that's the Asian, those are the Asian brothers, the Indian brothers, I take it, right?
Sriram and Ansam.
Ebro, what do you think about the playoffs right now, man? I know you watch sports. I always listen to you on 97.
I'll keep it real. I'm not even really watching the Pacers Heat because we know what that's gonna be.
Right.
But I am really enjoying watching this Spurs Oklahoma City. I really want Oklahoma City to pull this out, man. Even though I feel like, look, Brian, I always call him Brian. Westbrook is amazing.
Word.
He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's super tough. Let me when I say amazing, I mean his ability as an athlete and his ability as a basketball player. He is amazing. But he is not a leader of a team.
Okay.
And I believe that ultimately, if they don't get through this series, he is to blame.
Westbrook?
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because the playoffs and any battle at this level is a game of inches. It's a game, the margin of error is so small. And every time you run down court, sprint down court, and shoot too fast, and you don't milk that clock, and you don't use as much time, or you go down and you try to throw up a 3 when you ain't really got your dudes in place to get rebounds, and you go for that home run shot to make the crowd go wild or silence the crowd for shock value. If you really watch Westbrook, too often, he does things that isn't team ball. And the lead that Oklahoma City had in the first period, I believe there were some decisions made by him that would have maintained them a little bit better in the second period. But that's just my opinion. I think he's an emotional player more than he is a cerebral player. I think when he's been D'ing up Tony Parker too frequently, Tony Parker's been able to shake him. And like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from his athletic ability because I think Westbrook's an amazing athlete and amazing
I think he's the most athletic point guard, Ebro. I think he's the most athletic point guard in NBA history, my G.
I mean, that's fine, but that don't win championships.
True.
Talk about it.
I agree. I mean, Ebro's right. I mean, I can't count how many times I've seen Westbrook dribble up the court, shoot a 3 with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. And no.
But yeah, like why? And for what?
Yeah.
But this is why.
And how about this? And how about this? He'll do it in the playoffs when Oklahoma City's winning and should be managing the clock.
When they're up by 15 or 20, and he'll take that shot.
But fellas, hold on. This is when I blame Kevin Durant. You're the league's MVP. This is when you're supposed to step in and be like, give me the rock, fall back, and let me lead.
You can do that. You can do that. You can put it on. You can put it on Kevin Durant, and he should burden some of the.
He defers, Ebro and Timbo. He defers to Russell all the time, my G's. Always defers to this cat. You know what I mean?
Because Kevin Durant has that problem that LeBron had early in his career, where these young men are raised to be team basketball players. They're told that that's how they're going to achieve success and win championships, and the great ones do that until like LeBron, he's now the leader of that team and it's his squad. I mean, really Westbrook and the coach. The problem is the coach can't get Westbrook in place. It shouldn't even be Kevin Durant's issue. Kevin Durant need to do Kevin Durant and everybody else fall in line. He shouldn't even have to be concerned. Real talk, you know.
But fellas, let me ask y'all a question: is Russell maybe more of a two guard than a point guard?
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But he needs the ball in his hand to create, though. He needs the rock in his hand to create, though.
Yeah, but okay. So have somebody else bring it up. Run a couple of options. Work the rock around to him and let him create. But at least that'll force some time off the clock. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, man, you know, a lot of this stuff comes down to clock management. Like I said, man, it's the margin of error when you're playing in the conference finals. Right. It's like, man, listen, you gotta be hitting on all cylinders, and you know, defense wins championships.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That's why D'Antoni never gonna get a ring.
Oh man. Man.
Yo, but here's my thing. When do we accept, in my opinion, that Kevin Durant is a passive player?
No, he is.
I don't.
So is LeBron.
You think LeBron is passive, Ebro?
He only got aggressive when he got to Miami and everybody started shitting on him. And then,
I don't see him as
passive in the last 3-4 years. I mean, okay, so he grew up. How old's Kevin Durant?
29, I think 25, I think.
How old's LeBron now?
29, if I'm correct. I think he's 29 right now.
Nah, LeBron ain't 29, my G. 29?
Nah, he's 29, 30 right now. He's been in the league. All right, he's been in the league since 2003 when he was 18. Let's do the math.
Carmelo's birthday's today. He's 30.
Yeah, Melo just turned 30 today. Shout out to Melo. You know what I mean?
LeBron's 29. 29.
Yeah.
So he got 3-4 years on. So maybe Kevin Durant will get there. You know, but I know one thing: if they don't get a chip in Oklahoma City, man, this team is not. I don't know. I don't. Somebody got to go. Either the coach or Russell Westbrook.
But you've been around the block, man. You know what time it is. They're gonna fire Scott Brooks like they always do. They put the onus on the coach instead of the players. When the players should be held accountable because they're the ones playing on the court. It's gonna be Scott Brooks. He'll get the can if they don't get to the NBA Finals.
Yo, they are down by 14 points right now.
Yeah.
Ebro.
Yo, they're down by.
With Kevin Durant, I want to bring it back to this. They will not, in your opinion, will they not win a ring until he becomes that aggressor, until he snaps out of that passive role? I mean, it's cool to be like that sometimes.
I mean,
but
the team, I think your support system has to be a certain way for that. You know, if you noticed over the last couple of years with LeBron and D Wade supported LeBron doing that.
That's
and
true.
being
That's
that
true.
person. And it almost feels like they would have preliminary conversations or have dialogue halfway through the first period, like, yo, it's your night, my G, go ahead, get it. Or, somebody else be like, I ain't feeling it. Let me get this D. You go ahead and get 35.
Let's be real. Russell
right?
Westbrook is not that player that's going to say that.
No.
Right, and that's the problem.
Hold on, fellas. Wasn't Dwayne Wade forced to do that because of injuries, though? He kind of had to give the keys to LeBron because of injuries to his body?
Maybe.
He kind of had to fell back, though.
I mean, definitely this year, but not when LeBron got there.
No.
Definitely this year.
I see what you're saying, bro, and I agree with that. I agree with Durant.
Like, you
Wade.
You can feel it. Even Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was straight up saying, man, I don't have to score no points.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And that's what, I don't know what the dialogue is. You know, we ain't there. We don't know. But what we do know is it feels and looks and seems like Oklahoma City should, be moving past this series. However, San Antonio is San Antonio. Greg Popovich is Greg Popovich.
Yes, sir.
Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. and then struggle braids, you know, for
hold on.
Yo, at 1986 braids.
Yeah, he got to cut them braids off, my dude. It's 2014. We don't do the braids no more.
But how about this? If you gonna have the prison braids, don't have a nasty zigzag halfway design joint. Like just go.
You're talking about my boy Kawhi.
Yeah, man, we gotta get on your boy Kawhi Leonard too, boy. That braid's gotta go, man.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yo, but listen, just do the straight back. Just keep it straight prison, right? Don't try to do the zigzag like it's 97.
Oh man, yo E, break down the Summer Jam for us right quick, man. Who you got on Summer Jam this year, bro?
Let's see. You know, we got some R&B for the ladies. We got 7th Street and Trey Songz. We got the Roots. We got for the classic fans. We got Nas for the classic fans. We got 50 Cent. We got 50 Cent on there on some Queens gangster shit. He trying to get his legs back under him.
Yep.
He needs to stop. Speaking of legs, he need to stay off the baseball mound though, because that was
oh man, that was a terrible look. Jesus.
Yeah. I've never been reminded that somebody didn't have a father so fast. I was like, oh man. He never played catch in the yard.
We should practice before we even go out there, though. I don't understand.
But real talk, he did practice. They had a video come out of 50 warming up pitching, and it was one pitch they showed where he threw it straight, but you could still tell in his throw that he kind of did that like, I don't really know how to throw.
Right.
We used to call it throwing like a girl, but I be watching softball on ESPN. Them girls don't throw like that no more.
Yeah, they throw underhand and it's coming too fast, though.
Nah, they be throwing. I'm not talking about how they pitch. I'm talking about from the outfield. They be gunning it to home plate like.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's what you're talking about.
They be gunning it. Them girls
right.
ain't no so you can't even say throwing it like a girl no more because girls can throw. I don't even know. But, no, 50's up there, Nicki's up there, Young Money's up there. You know, we bringing DJ Mustard up there. He going to have a bunch of surprises. Ty Dolla $ign and YG. We got Action Bronson and Troy Ave and Wiz Khalifa. We got, I'll leave anybody out. Oh, and then on some Caribbean vibes, we got Bungie Garland out there. He's going to come out there rocking soca tunes.
Okay.
And then on the festival stage, we got Childish Gambino, Nipsey Hussle, Chinks, Mac Wiles, August Alsina, Iggy Azalea, Jhené Aiko.
Now, Ebro, let me ask you about the Roots, though. Are the Roots going to have a live band like they usually do on Summer Jam? Or?
Of course.
Okay, yeah, it's only right. It's only right.
Yeah, now, of course.
Let me ask you about last year, though, because I watched it live on the stream last year. And I got hyped last year when there was rumors going around circulating that Kim and Foxy was going to go on stage. What happened with that?
Yeah. Foxy was late.
Damn. Oh. That hurt my feelings, my G. I ain't going to lie. I would love to see Kim and Foxy. That would have been like Nas and Jay when they came off. And when you said, yo, let's go, Esco. That would have been monumental right there, my G. Yeah, it'd have been up there with Hov and Nas, I think. Kim and Fox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was about to be something, but Fox was late, and you know, I don't really play that. You know what I mean? This is a very well-oiled machine. The margin of error is small. I need things to run on time, and if people ain't where they're supposed to be when we agree they're supposed to be there, the show keep moving.
Right.
Right. That's just how it is.
Now, let me ask you a question about that also, though. Go ahead, Timo. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Ebro, now that the show is done, this is Hot 97. How did it feel, man? What was the overall response that you got?
I mean, we got a lot of positive response. I was really happy with most of it. You know, we wanted to do something goofy and different and have fun. We wasn't going to get on TV and, you know, start a bunch of unnecessary bullshit or you know, reinforce the perception of, like, hip-hop that all it is beef and, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. And most of us really don't have lives like that. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people forget that Hot 97 is a radio station that's publicly owned by a publicly traded company. So the wall, the office and the walls is, it's an office. It's people working 9 to 5. So, it ain't really. So we decided to do something and have fun. And VH1 was happy. We was happy. The amount of work that, the downside is we have regular jobs. So it was hard to, tape a lot of that shit, and days were really long.
Yeah.
So now the question is kind of is it really worth it? Do we really want to be on VH1 with a series every year? What's the upside really, really at the end of the day for us? Because, it's not like, it's not like we're trying to be on television like that, well, at least on VH1 anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like we're trying to be taping shows every day and doing all, you know what I mean? We got website shit we got to do. So we're going through all that right now, so it's got to be worth it. There was a lot. I think there was people who hated the show for sure. You know what I mean? They wanted, people want
the ratchet shit. They wanted the ratchet shit, and they didn't get that, and that's why they bitching.
Yeah, but some people also want what we already do on the internet too, which is people was like, yo, we want to see the interviews, and I'm like, well, why don't you just go on YouTube? We put shit up there.
Like I do.
Yeah. Why would we jump on VH1 and do the same shit we already doing somewhere? Or, people was like, yo, you should be talking about hip hop. We already do that already. Why would we get on VH1 and try to, have hip hop debates on VH1? That's not even the right platform. So,
right.
I think, look, the people that loved it. People didn't like it, but that's like anything. Unfortunately, we have jobs and we have Hot 97. We have the luxury of experimenting and doing different shit to expose the audience to different, types of our personalities and shit.
Did you learn? Did you learn more about each other while shooting it though?
I didn't learn anything more about most of them niggas I work with. I know all them niggas. but I think, a lot of them don't really, Rosenberg doesn't get to see Angie often, and Miss Info doesn't get to see, Syph often, and Laura doesn't get to work with Flex. You know what I mean? Just because they're there at different times. So I think for them, they really enjoyed that, being able to be around each other a little bit more. So I think that was actually a good thing for us, as far as just our family and camaraderie. Damn, man, Oklahoma's still down by 14. Manu Ginobili from downtown.
Yo, E, let me ask you a question about one of your West Coast brethren, man.
Let me ask you real quick. How old is Manu Ginobili, and why does he have that ball spot? What's happening? What are we doing?
That's the Argentina thing going on, my G.
That's what it is. I mean, he's the man. It ain't like it matters that he's got a bald head. Come on, son.
Manu was official, though. On the front, though.
Yo, Westbrook just went to the
paint.
paint.
Leave him alone, bro.
Oh, he's younger than me. He might have to come out of that. Yo, they down by 17, man.
Mano's still draining threes, though. Look at that. Clank. Come on now, E. See that?
Yo, man.
But E, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question about DJ Mustard right quick. He said, I heard him say that him and YG are the new Dr. Dre and Snoop, and I caught a bad itch in the back of my neck when I heard that. That's preposterous.
I mean, he gotta if he lasts that long. Let's talk. I mean, if he gets there, let's see if he gets there.
Dre and Snoop.
I mean, but you got to remember that Dre was already Dre when Snoop came along.
But E, when we heard Snoop on Deep Cover, it was a rap. We already crowned Snoop once we heard Deep Cover.
I mean, I agree. But look, I don't think YG is vocally not. Let's not even get into lyrics.
Right.
Snoop Dogg's voice
alone,
and style was really the thing that made him interesting. Because it was like, yo, who is that dude?
Word.
Yeah. Like we had never heard someone sound like that. And the whole style of it. So, I don't think YG has given us some things, I guess, that have been interesting, but he hasn't given us a new. I don't think he's given us something we haven't heard before.
Right.
What did you feel about that album?
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people were really hype off of it because, you know, the music of that album is very refreshing to hear. Like, it feels good, and it's well put together. So I think because of that, people were really hype. I think the songs, like the words and the songs, could have been stronger. The overall, but there was some good stuff on it.
Okay.
Now,
you know,
you and
I mean, but also remember when Deep Cover came out, it was 1989, 1990, right? 90, was it 92? Nah.
Or 91. 91. No, it was 90 because the Chronic came out 91, right?
91, right. So it had to be late 89, 90, whatever that was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre had already had NWA. He had already had Michelle A. He already had World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he already had DOC.
And DOC, that's true.
And he had an Eazy-E solo album. Right? So he was, I mean, and they had hits already. So when Deep Cover came out, Dr. Dre was already Dr. Dre. Like, it was already a real thing. So
established.
Yeah. You know, I don't know, you know, it was, you know, I agree with you. I don't think they're the new Dr. Dre and Snoop, but I think it makes for a great conversation and gets people talking, which, you know, obviously these young kids know how to do, you know, with the internet and all that shit.
Right. Now, you and I were going back and forth last week when I saw the interview when you had Meek Mill on there. Is it me or Meek lost that steam that he had when he first popped off with Raw Star? Am I wrong on that? Is it like to me, Ebro is like the same tracks with Meek. If he doesn't rap off a up-tempo beat,
nah,
that's not
babe,
really
listen
his
to me.
though.
Listen, I like how he sounds on this new Jasmine Sullivan record.
Okay.
Meek Mill is, I have never heard a rapper more interesting a cappella than Meek Mill. Meek Mill with no music, be having niggas charged, man. Fuck out of here, man. That drip, when that music go off on, there's a couple of what is that, Tony Story?
The Tony Story's hot.
Yo, when that music go off and he rapping a cappella, nigga, you don't even need no beat, man. Yo, Meek Mill he definitely needs a better production team. I think he needs to go see some other producers,
right?
And let them really produce him and put him music together.
Go holler at A-Rap music or one of them cats. A-Rap music got me having some fire beats to me, man. I don't know why niggas don't go holler at A-Rap music on the reg. I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe
Justice League and Mustard. It's like the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yo, man, I gotta go to sleep, man.
E, man, thank you for coming on the show, man. We fucked with you heavy up here. You already know that, man. Give us your time to chime about the basketball. And, yo, my Jets play your funk-ass Raiders week 1. We all got to whoop that ass. Just know that, my G.
Yo, man, I can get back to you, man. Don't worry about it.
You already, man. Thanks for coming on the show, my G.
Salute, my G.
All right, man. All right, guys.
All right, man.